Chris here, also known as Manifest. I currently have about 982,000 monthly listeners. It was 1 million. It dipped down. It's going to go back up again. But I said I'd show you guys behind the release of my new album, I Run With Wolves, that just came out. We just got 7 playlists of this new song, Break the Habit. And I'm going to be showing you a lot of behind the scenes in my Spotify dashboard, in my artist dashboard, okay? And if you have not, claimed your profile and your artist and create an account for this, I really suggest you do, because it shows you a lot of data and a lot of cool stuff. And so let's just start with this new song, which is called Break the Habit, which came out on the album, all right? And I released all these songs as singles beforehand, except for this one, because it's kind of an intro track, and this song, Doomsday. All right, those are the only songs that never got released as singles and not pitched to the release radar. And when you don't pitch a song to the release radar, you miss out on so much. All right, and I'm going to give you a perfect example here. Here's my song, Break the Habit. We pitched this to the release radar and to get playlists, and lo and behold, it got a ton of playlists, okay? We got about 85,000 streams already. It's only Tuesday, so it's only been out like a few days. Now, let's compare that to the songs that didn't get pitched. Here's Dead Man, only 4,000 streams. And that's the very first song at the top. Here's, what was the other one? Doomsday, only 3,000 streams. So these songs are probably not going to do very well because they didn't get pitched to the release radar. And a lot of you get all hung up thinking like, okay, so let's look at Break the Habit playlists. Or no, stats. That's what I want to show you. Stats. Let's scroll down. Sources of streams. So yes, 51% is from editorial playlists, but look at that from the algorithmic playlists. And I can't tap into that unless I hit the release radar. All right? And I pitch it. So let's go back to music and let's take a look at my song Doomsday. And let's look at the stats. Look at that. From my catalog. Algorithmic is barely anything because it didn't get pitched to it. It didn't get pitched to the release radar. Now, unless I throw a whole bunch of money behind this and then it triggers more algorithmics, or I, pitch it to other playlists, but like it's just not going to see the love, okay? And, I could have released, one more single and then had Doomsday be the single, and maybe I should have done that, but I wanted to just get the album out. It comes to the point where it's like, okay, let's just release the album. But if we look at all these songs, there's 12 songs. And if I go down here, Save You was the first rock single I released. And then I released some like hip hop stuff, TV film stuff. Then the next rock song I released was this song Blackout. But Save You is on here. And so is this other song Light It Up that I released even earlier. And I threw on the instrumentals and I just turned this into an EP just to try and make a bigger deal out of this song, this album Blackout, right? And this song, I just really wanted to show some love. But the actual album is called I Run With Wolves. And so the next song I released was I Run With Wolves, right? And then I released all of them together and I called it the I Run With Wolves EP, re-released Blackout, Save You, and I kept the ISRC codes the same. That way it keeps the streams and they keep building, okay? You have to use the same ISRC code when you re-release it. And then I did this again, but I called it Ups and Downs because we were promoting this song Ups and Downs. And even though I called this the I Run With Wolves EP, it was this song Forever that I pitched. Okay, that was the song that got pitched to the release radar. On this one, it was Ups and Downs. And then I realized how much work it was, and I didn't want to keep the same cover, and I wanted to do new artwork and just make sure each one of these singles got, kind of stood on their own. I started to release just the singles by themselves. So I did Gravity Falls, pitched that to release radar, Nemesis, Brain Dead, right? And then finally I released the whole album. Now what's interesting is I spent a lot of money on a music video for I Run With Wolves, a lot of money on Forever, Ups and Downs. Like I almost did lyric videos for almost all of these, really promoted them, right? Break the Habit, I didn't do a lyric video for it. Nothing. Okay? Just released the song, and that's the one that's crushing it right now. Okay? That's the one that's crushing it right now. So isn't it interesting that sometimes songs can get lives of their own? But what's also interesting is this album came out May 6th, but look what happens if I click Gravity Falls. let's just go last 12 months. Okay, it came out and we hit 18,000, and eventually it drops off because the release radar and whatnot, and it's just crushing, doing like 1,000, few hundred streams, right? But then let's just go the last 7 days. As you can see, the day the album came out, poof, we got a nice little lift. So all your songs should get a nice little lift, and I noticed that for all the songs on this record. Even I Run With Wolves, the day the album came out, of course, boom, 2,000 streams. Went from like just getting a few hundred, and then boom. And then now hopefully this stays and I continue. We're going to hopefully hit a million streams here. But what I want to take out is this: release singles, man. But you got to be promoting them in between the songs. Like, you want to make sure you have more followers. You have a bigger audience every time you release a song. And like, I've got new songs coming up, right? So the day that my album came out, the day this album came out, I had already scheduled this other song, Teardrops, to come out. So the day this album dropped, I pitched this new song, Teardrops, to the release radar because I want it to get on editorial playlists and I want all my fans to get notified that it's coming out. You cannot miss out on this. Now, one of these songs I screwed up on. It was Save You, and we didn't pitch it properly to the playlists. So the artist that's featured on this song, his followers didn't get notified. And so I'm going to re-release this song as an acoustic version or a remix so that I can re-pitch it to editorial playlists, and so all of his followers get notified. Because you see, once a song is streamed on Spotify, you can't pitch it anymore. It'll show up in your up and coming, but it'll say this song isn't eligible to be pitched. All right, that's what it'll say, and then you'll miss out. And that's one of the most important things, is to be able to pitch it to the release radar. But I want you to know that the release radar is definitely part of it. And what I'm so thankful is Spotify's algorithm that is sharing this song and giving me a shot. Kind of like how TikTok's algorithm is giving you a shot when you do a post, right? But you want to collaborate with people. You want to be running, you have to get a certain amount of streams. I think it's 400 streams or 1,000 streams. You have to look it up. But when this album dropped, I made sure I did a Spotify marquee campaign, and I spent $400, and it reached about 5,000 people. We targeted recently interested listeners, casual listeners, and lapsed listeners, people that had really fallen off, and then just the so-so, and then the hot people, and it got me a conversion rate of 10 people. And the average active stream from the release per listener was like 6.73. So they listened to about 7 more songs, right? And so I'm trying to, I love this word, fan development. It's never an expense, it's an investment. And you want to keep investing in yourself, investing in your career. Now, I want to invite you to our next challenge. It's 10x your fan base /live challenge. We're going to be starting on May 23rd. Join the challenge, put your name and email in here, and then you can get a ticket so that you can hang out with me for 5 days straight, and I can go through this live with you, help you with planning out your strategy, run Facebook and Instagram ads, build an email list, and so much more. But you want to make sure you get a VIP ticket so that you can join the Q&A and ask me questions directly, okay? But that's going to be May 3rd. It's going to be freaking awesome, and I hope you're there. Go to 10xyourfanbase.com /live challenge. But I hope this encourages you. I hope this inspires you. I am not a household name. I don't have magical fairy dust on me, but I'm consistent. One of my friends asked me, how did you get 7 playlists from a song? Because that's the most that we've ever had before, okay? And other artists, bigger artists, get way more than that, okay? Like 7 is a big deal. I'm really thankful for that. The reason we got New Music Canada is because when you're filling out the information, they say what city or country you're from, so that's probably why I got that one. But I think the main thing is that I've been consistent releasing the same genre of music. I haven't been bouncing all over the place, doing all these different genres of music. But as much as we talk about the playlists and how big those are, right? Look how big this one is. 27,000 release radar. All right? That's the algorithm. That's Spotify's algorithm, right? So you gotta understand, like, that's a big deal. Radio, that's another algorithmic playlist. Your daily mix, another algorithmic playlist. So you want to just keep releasing songs, but you've got to market in between the songs, guys. If you're not marketing in between the songs, then you're wasting your time and effort. Okay, so you want to make sure you're marketing in between songs, whether it's running Spotify ads, marquee ads, or investing in a collaboration. And one collaboration could literally change your life. And that's what I'm coaching one of my students, and he's killing it right now. So I hope that's helps you out. I look forward to seeing you on the challenge. We're going to be starting May 23rd. I hope you can make it. It's 5 days straight. It's going to be awesome.